Hi, my name is Nura'ain Helmi. I am from PAD104. Today I will explain about the policy that I had already choose. It is about one student, one sport policy. I think this policy have related with me indirectly because I realized when I in the primary and secondary school some play games such as badminton, handball, like that. Alright, without wasting time, I will explain about the introduction, background of article journal, policy impact, and the last one is the conclusion. So let's move on to the introduction of this policy. Alright, when we talk about policy, public policy, the first step that you will in your mind is what the definition about the policy, what the definition the public policy actually. So I will explain to you about what the meaning, what the definition, policy and public policy. The term policy is defined as a purposive course of action or nation followed by an actor or set of actors in dealing with a problem or matter of concern. That is the definition that I took from this book. So let's move to the public policy. Public policy is generally known as the government chooses to do or not to do. It is a decision made by government to either act or not act in order to resolve a problem. It not just take on a problem, but rather deal with a group of struggle and usually long-term problem. For example, poverty and illiterate. I choose one student, one sport policy because these have a related with sport constantly, which means a student must participate at least one sport. Sport and fitness is becoming more important in the life of every human. That's why the participation among young has permitted a positive development either directly or indirectly. This this article to ensure everyone in the world realize their participations in the sport will give a benefit either in social or economy. This journal article intend to focus on empowering sport participations among young and how problems regarding young in the society could be minimized. Therefore, the intent of this article journal will give more emphasis and attention to young. Absolutely, it is because a young play a bigger and significant role in helping the government shaping a nation as what we want. So I already to explain about the introduction. Introduction, it is an important part because this part we let the citizen know about the purpose of this implementation policies. Alright, so we will move on to the background of article journal. Alright, next we will move to the background of the article journal. Alright, as you are already to see that I have changed my issue to JC because I take the one student one sport policy. So I think when I wear the jersey that have related with my policy, I would like to make my video some creativity, some different, and to put some effort in my video. Alright. The one student one sport policy was launched by Education Minister in the year 2011 to all the school in Malaysia. It was stated in the circular date 1 December 2010 from Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin that the Ministry of Education of Malaysia in that time and as our 8th Prime Minister. The student is required to be actively involved by participating in the school sport activity throughout the year. It is also to provide the opportunity to students with talent and potential to be developed further in their sports career. The objective of one student one sport is to increase physical fitness, to develop students' character, self-esteem, discipline, and moral values. Students will practice healthy lifestyle and also be able to perform excellently in their academic and sport. For students with patience in sport, this is their opportunity for them to show their excellence and performance. Based on the article that I have read about the one student one sport policy, secondary school students will get 90 minutes a week to play a game of their choice, while primary student will spend 60 minutes weekly. The sport will have a separate syllabus, and there will be infusions of sport teachers to realize dream of one student one sport policy. Muhyiddin has said next year to kickstart this plan, which will see sport has a separate syllabus and not be a part of co-curriculum and uniform bodies. There are benefits on this program, but we also may detect some weakness in this program. Based on what Muhyiddin has said, sport subject is grades from syllabus and co-curriculum or uniform body. That means this program will need new hours and day to be implemented. For co-curriculum, it will help every Wednesday evening. For sport subject, assume it will help on Thursday evening. Muhyiddin said the ministry's annual sport grants will be increased from Rm2 ringgit and 40 per student to Rm4 ringgit for primary and Rm6 ringgit for secondary school. The minister also proposed that there will not be any extent of schooling hours and will incorporate sports into the timetable so as to reduce of parents having to send students back to school after schooling hours. If we want to maintain one student one sport policy, the Ministry of Education should be concerned with is whether the teachings of physical education to our young students create the proper attitudes towards sports and offer the knowledge and experience that will encourage our young students to continue practice sport in school and once they leave the school. So this is show you that the school and the student and the young have a bigger role, because the young is our next generations for realize that for shaping our nation and for implemented this policy with successful. So I'm already done to discuss about the background of article journal. So let's move to the policy impact. It is because the government hopes that have a good outcome from these implementations. The next part I will explain to you have the impact that involve the sector of social and economic. Firstly, I will explain about the social impact. It may be the result of an activity, project, program, or policy, and the impact can be intentional or unintentional, as well as both positive or negative or constant. I said earlier that it gives a good positive impact to the socials because, as written in our national sport policy, the Ministry of Education will provide time for physical education for all students, as well as develop and coordinate sport activities in school, including the development of leadership qualities in sport and physical education. For instance, when in sport there is leadership, becoming a captain in sport will give students skill how to become a good leader. Besides, they might develop an interest in social right. It is because they get opportunities to interact to new people, new language, new behavior, and so forth. The social and communication skill later help a student in future career and relationship. This is how social will give impact to the people from the established one student, one sport policy. We move to the second impact, that's involve economic impact. Alright, economy is important development nation. It is to ensure the things like national income, national output, and national expenditure can increase it. This policy will provide an opportunity for all gifted and potential students to be promoted to the next level. Students may participate in more than one sport according to their capability, and sports offered by the school are conducted with the knowledge and concerns of the school will be recognized worldwide and can earn millions of dollars. They can not only contribute to national income but also becomes ambassadors to raise the country image internationally. For example, we have already achieved a successful economy with increasing in national income through sport. The organizations of the 90 Commonwealth Games in 1998 used to benefit the country in terms of income. Malaysia be a host for the first time in Kuala Lumpur, so that is the achievement that we can proud, alright, for our nation. Alright, the influence of tourists generate a boost to the country economy. Side industries such as transportation, food, media, and tourism are also gaining popularity. Foreign investments can also be boosted, and Malaysia has made hard gains in foreign exchange. Therefore, it is not surprised that every country competes to become a world-class sport organizer, such as the World Cup Soccer, Olympic Games, and many other tournaments. Moreover, the development of this policy also provides employment opportunities to the people. It will create job opportunity for the people of this country in factory based on sport products. Alright, for example, excellent sport athletes such as Dato' Nicole and David and Dato' Inchoy and others can make sport as a source of income through sponsorship. They can also make sport as a profession. Through this policy, it will promote economic growth of the country. In this effort to elevate the country sports arena to international level, with the birth of a nationally respected sport can be achieved through this policy. I'm already done to explain about the introduction, background of the article journal, policy impact, and for the last things that I will explain to you is about the conclusion. This part gives a significance because this part will let you know this policy plays a significant and big role in development nation. The process of implementations in reality is what is really matters after all. The evolutions of policy comes after the implementations over a period of time. Problems are identified and then followed by recommended solutions. It is a process, a cycle which keeps going on. This policy were also a platform for enhancing unity as students and teachers from multicultural backgrounds all work together for the success. As the students are the target group of the policy, the school itself is the main implementer of the policy. The school must hold competitions between level classes, sport houses, dorms, and sports club of school. The students' participations in the district school sport council, or also known as SSD, or state school sport council, also known as MSSM, competition as well as on international level are counted as one student one sport activity. The school must to fulfill its responsibility together, whereby to take immediate actions to upgrade the physical education and the sport program in schools moving in the directions which are with the true spirit of one student, one heart visions of the Ministry of Education Malaysia, where the quality young generations had produced. Bye-bye!